So many of you wrote to me about the topic of the manifestation coach. Liz Wizzle. No, her name was Liz the Wizard, if I'm correct. Actually, I am. So, Liz the Wizard, the manifestation coach, got cheated on when she's 4 months pregnant and too late for an abortion to her fiance, who now she has a child out of wedlock, but she's Muslim, and how did that happen, and how can this be prevented? Ramsani, how do you do? So, Lizard Wizard, Liz the Wizard, the manifestation coach, was Islamically married, right? But not actually married. So technically not, and quite Islamically, it was the muta marriage or temporary marriage equivalent. So she was not protected, and she was used and manipulated to be a parking spot that was so beautiful for someone average looking until he got his dream girl. And this is so important to know because of all this stupid, eggplant sausage measuring contest of girls who has, the fanciest date and so on, really grooms ladies to be taken advantage of by narcissists, this hypergamy. So he love bombed her with a $100,000 ring, which to him is nothing because he is an affluent startup fellow who looks like a rat. And he thought once he landed a hot girl, he could land others. She was obviously not his type because he's intelligent, and intelligent gentlemen do not want to marry manifestation coaches because they look down on that. So how can you avoid Liz Wiz's mistakes, and what mistakes did she make? Her first mistake is she trauma dumped all over the internet. So, to be relatable, she talked about all her problems, that she had daddy issues, that her father was abusive. Then she gave a map to her heart saying, oh, she loves very extravagant, expensive things. This is man repellent for healthy gentlemen. If they see that you talk about your daddy issues, you probably have no boundaries and are probably a disaster, so they avoid you. And the same thing attracts, the predators. They're like, oh, she has no dad, so she wouldn't have standards. So if she has no dad, she's probably a pick-me. Yum yum, I can take advantage of her. High value gentlemen hate pick-me's because they're quite quiet and blow up and are a liability. Predators love pick-me's because they have no standards and they can take advantage of them while hunting for their dream girl. Predators think, yay, daddy issues. She has no standards or boundaries. High-value gentlemen think, daddy issues. Oh no, she has no standards or boundaries, so she will be a waste of time to marry because she's a poor communicator. If you say you're a high-maintenance manifestation coach sounds stupid to intelligent men. Unless you are a psychologist talking about how it's important to have a vision board and those devices as you work towards your goals and not get distracted by what you don't want. But if you're not a psychologist talking about manifesting, but some woo-woo guru, intelligent gentlemen who make money will find this to be a turn-off. If you talk about your standards, you don't really believe in them. So she comes across as entitled, but cannot back it up. So finally, a common way the jerks trick pygmies is a fake religious marriage. And also libertarianism, they'll say, oh, a marriage contract is a piece of paper and we don't want the state to intervene in our marriage. Let's just have a religious marriage which has no legal significance, right? And then, let's not show off to other people but be modest and not have a wedding party. I've seen this trick used over and over with religious pygmies who grow up without a father. So they end up having this muta marriage, where the imam serves as a pimp. So her husband fake converted. So technically, it's halal for her to have relations with him, but it's wrong because the document does not protect the child. So if he really loves you, he will find every excuse to sign the legal papers as soon as possible. My grandpa tricked my grandma into marrying him as within 2 months. Or rather, kind of tried to manipulate her into it, and she fell for it, and they had a happy life. If a gentleman wants to lock you down, he'll find every excuse to make you marry him, if you are his dream girl. If he sees you as a parking spot, he'll make every excuse to not marry you. Gentlemen's excuses sound convincing, but don't fall for them. My dad said if someone loves you, he'll make every excuse to marry you and to make it happen. And if he's just not that into you, he'll make every excuse to avoid. Please like or hate, share, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you.